Last time out in Gunnersville, Eddie Canfouche started his Roostertail Talk Presents SNHL Division I title defense with a win on the South's fastest water. Now the series heads east to sunny Florida, where the tight confines and rough waters of the Miami Marine Stadium will test these competitors to the limit. Who will come out on top in the Orange Cup Regatta? Final heat coverage is next. Good evening, everyone. My name is Derek Kinsey Jr., the voice of Saturday Night Hydroplane League. Welcome to Miami and round 2 of the Roostertail Talk Presents SNHL D1 season. Well, the talk in Miami during the entire fortnight has been how rough the water can be here at the Miami Marine Stadium. Division 2 got a taste of it last time out. We're going to review how their final heat went, but before we can do all that, we first must thank our sponsors. Roostertail Talk is the presenting sponsor of the Roostertail Talk Presents Saturday Night Hydroplane League. Join host David Newton on a weekly tour through the fastest sport on the water as Newton sits down with some of the personalities that make this sport great. For more information and to listen to past episodes, head on over to roostertailtalk.com. Well, the Miami Marine Stadium was not too big for SNHL and Tyler Sams last time out. The driver of the U0 took the win in 4 of the 5 heats he competed in during the SNHL Diamond Cup, including the all-important final. Sams, one of the newest members of the D2 fleet, survived a choppy day on the marina to take home his first career D2 victory. Sams now finds himself hot on the heels of points leader Scott Witherall as the series heads to Evansville and the Junior Thunder on the Ohio 2. Congratulations to Tyler Sams and everyone on the SNHL crew for a great run in Miami. After the conclusion of the SNHL Diamond Cup, there was a special exhibition of a brand new class of boat that's coming to the sim. Grand Prix hydroplanes now available for beta testing. If you want to participate, head over to uhlhydroplanes.com and find a link for the beta 8.0. Have a lot of fun and make sure to give plenty of feedback so we can make sure those Grand Prix are the best they can be when they hit the live version of the game. And folks, I know we're probably going to have an official series at some point, but I don't know if I'm going to commentate that. I very much want to drive it instead, so stay tuned for that. For now, we take our time back to the Miami Marine Stadium and current day to get this final underway. Due to the tight confines of the course, only 5 will be on the front line this time. 1 boat will be the trailer. That gives us 6 unlimited hydroplanes to go for the win in the Orange Cup Regatta. Officials, let's turn them loose. Six hydroplanes have been asked to take the call. 6 are pulling out onto the Miami Marine Stadium. Let's see how everyone got here this evening. Matt Johnson in the U10 Matt Johnson design is here on 1,250 points, qualified 5th, and swept his qualifying heats. He'll try to keep going to take home a final tonight. Bo Rarick is next on 880 points, qualified 10th, went 3rd, 1st, and 3rd in his qualifying heats. And next up is U8 Wounded Warrior Project. Ben Dowell qualified 11th, got here on 899 points, won an absolute stacked Heat 3C to ensure his place here in the final. And DJ Miller qualified 1st, went 2nd, 1st, and 4th to get here on 969 points. And the U1, our defending champion Eddie Canfouche qualified 3rd, won 2 of his 3 qualifying heats. He's here on 1,170 points. And Mickey Washburn qualified 7th, won heats 1C and 3B to get here on 824 points. As you know, he was 4th in 1C. My apologies. Look at Eddie Canfouche. Mickey Washburn here as our trailer. He will start 5 seconds behind the field as we now begin our trolling process. We're now 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. And as you can see, Eddie continuing around at speed. We've got 4 boats, most of our frontline fleet. They're on the right side of the picture with Ben Dowell up front in the Wounded Warrior Project, leading the way of the trolling party. We didn't see a lot of that here at Gunnersville, or last week at Gunnersville, but here with the tight confines of the Miami Marine Stadium and how quick it is to get around there to the 1 minute pin, it is a lot easier to sit here and anticipate when you need to come around that corner. Now, we haven't had any real issues with the 1 minute pin today, so is this all going to be about anticipation and which of these 4 boats? You can see Matt Johnson there in the middle. DJ Miller is back there in the back of your picture. He's the 3rd boat to the inside. We're going to see what those guys can do. Bo Rarick also back there as well as Eddie Canfouche cuts the course once again. He's going to try to get a flyer around the outside. We've seen that work to good effect so far this season. Will it prove to be successful again as our trolling party comes up on the power? They're 10 seconds from the 1 minute pin, but they're going to have no issues with getting here before 1 minute as we are 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark. It's a good score up and the fight for lanes begins, and Eddie Canfouche, trying to come from the outside, does not have the speed to get across into lane number 5. He will, however, get to lane number 4. That'll make Bo Rarick have to go to the outside, but Ben Dowell right there in the Wounded Warrior Project is going to be in lane number 1 for the start of this heat. Matt Johnson will be in 2. DJ Miller will be in 3. 4 is going to be Eddie Canfouche. 5 will be Bo Rarick. That is your lineup for the final. And Ben Dowell, well, he already won one of the most stacked SNHL heats we've seen in some time. Is tonight the night he pulls an upset. Our winner from last year in San Diego, looking for career win number 2 as they come off turn number 2 with 8 seconds to go. And we've got 5 unlimited hydroplanes coming across to the start-finish line. We're under 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark. And it's a good start, and Ben Dowell absolutely treat the field as they head towards turn number 1. He's got 4 unlimited hydroplanes to his outside, and he gets to turn number 1 first. That's going to be dangerous for the rest of the field as he's in lane number 1. He's got the shortest way around. He can make this field go to the outside as Matt Johnson got squirrely out of turn number 1. He's going to fall to the back of this pack as they head down the backstretch for the first time. Heading towards turn number 2, Dowell still leads the way. It's about a third of a rooster tail. We'll see who's in second here on this picture, and it's going to be DJ Miller, the U75. DC Presents Deft is second, but he is being chased down by Eddie Canfouche out there in third in the U1 Cheerios. Eddie's in lane 4. It's a third of a rooster tail to begin lap number 2 with Wounded Warrior in first. DC Presents Deft in second, and Cheerios in third as they head towards turn number 1. Once again, Eddie Canfouche went to the outside a little bit, cuts back in, gets right on that rooster tail of DJ Miller. You want to get as close to there as you can to try and hold that person to the inside honest, but remember, this inside boat here, as you see DJ Miller trying to catch up to Ben Dowell, he can set that corner for Eddie Canfouche, and these two battling for a championship, he's going to set that corner as wide as he possibly can. As up front, Ben Dowell doesn't have to worry about any of those issues. He is pulling away now up over a rooster tail. As you can see, Matt Johnson is trying to claw back into this. He's jumped to the inside as we begin lap number 3 with Wounded Warrior continuing to lead. DC Presents Deft in second and Cheerios in third. And Dowell has extended the lead. It's now about a full rooster tail, and Canfouche has fallen off the back of DJ Miller. It's a third of a rooster tail. Make that a half between those two as they come down the backstretch. But Ben Dowell, in one of the last heats of the night, won against Carson Kelly, DJ Miller, and Eddie Canfouche, 3 former SNHL champions, current and former, I might add. He's got 2 of them in this heat, and he has got the test of them so far as we begin the championship laps. Lap 4 going up on the board now with Wounded Warrior continuing to lead, and it's now a full rooster tail. This front 3 have dropped Matt Johnson Design. He is now riding for fourth, but as we continue through turn number 1, Ben Dowell has no issues around him. It's now a Rooster Tail and a third as this top 3 starting to string out now with DJ Miller. He's got to fly this boat as much as he can, but this rough water here at Miami Marine Stadium, it makes it tough to try and catch up when you've got a lead. That first boat, when they have a lead, and then DJ Miller's now jumped to the inside. He's going to try to make this interesting, and as I was saying, this rough water makes it hard to catch up, but DJ Miller has not given up as we've started the final lap. Wounded Warriors in first, DC presents Deft is second, Cheerios is in third, staying on the outside, but Dowell now has to leave space in there. Miller is within a Rooster Tail, and you can see how that inside line is paying dividends as Miller has closed up to half a Rooster Tail. This race is not over yet for Ben Dowell as they head down the backstretch. You see the sponsors walking a little bit on the U8, walking a little bit on the U75 as well as they head towards turn number 2. Ben needs an excellent corner here, and so does Miller to make this a drag race to the start-finish line. Here comes the U8 through turn number 2. The 75 is closing. They come off the exit pin. DJ Miller is there. Does he have enough time to close up? He's not going to do it, and Ben Dowell takes home the upset and wins the Orange Cup. DC presents Deft is second, Cheerios is third, Matt Johnson Design is fourth, Bucket List Fully Loaded is going to come home in fifth, and Miss Duff Beer is going to be sixth, and Ben Dowell takes home the upset. Career win number 2 for Dowell. There is your finishing order on the screen. All 6 boats that went out are all 6 boats that finish. And there are your national high point standings. Cheerios and Matt Johnson Design continue to lead the standings. And the U8 with that win jumps all the way up to 4th over Carson Kelly and Shenanigans, who was eliminated earlier this evening. Bucket List Fully Loaded also falls down to 6th place. You can see the rest of the order on your screen. So Ben Dowell picks up a big win here in Miami. We'll hear from him next. Ben Dowell, as they're getting ready to start some Slam Fest here. And now I am joined by our winner, Ben. Coming into the night, I don't think a lot of people had you penciled in of winning the final, but you go out there, you win one of the toughest heats of the night, and you go out in the final and you do it a second time. How does it feel? You're the winner of the Orange Cup.
It feels awesome. This is my second race win in SNHL. I won San Diego last year, so you know, it feels good. Those guys are all really fast. Again, same game plan. I got up to that buoy first, sat myself there, knowing if anybody gets in front of me, they're going to be in trouble there. So I just prayed that DJ could hold off Eddie on the outside, and it all worked out to get down to the commitment pin there. So. And then from there, it was just hitting a start. I've hit pretty good starts all night. I don't know why, but Miami's one of those races where I can just pin the start. So I knew if I'm first in that corner, I got a shot. And it got a little, I hopped out, I almost hit a buoy and I hopped out there a little bit, and DJ started to catch up. So it definitely was interesting there for a while. But I'm glad that I got to hold him off and take a win.
Well, how does this win propel you into Evansville and the rest of the season? Because you had to take on some pretty strong characters to get this done tonight.
You know, Evansville's a tough race for me too. The smaller courses and I don't really get along, so hopefully this is a turning point for me in smaller courses, and I'm hoping that I can carry the momentum into Evansville and, you know, keep building on it. Last year I was an alternate for the All-Star race. I really want to be up in that top 10 by the end of the year, and then, you know, just keep building on it. So this is only my second season for SNHL. So I feel like it's going okay. You know, this is a good way to kick it off for race 2.
All right, Ben, well, congratulations, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks in Evansville.
Hey, thanks, Daryl. Appreciate it.
So a wonderful day of racing here at the Miami Marine Stadium is complete. The fleet now heads west for 2 races on the Ohio River. Our first stop is Evansville, Indiana, and the Thunder on the Ohio 2. You can catch it Saturday, November 20th, 2021 on UHL Hydroplanes on Facebook. If you want to watch the live broadcast, we go live at 7:30 p.m. for 3 heats of racing on one of the most entertaining tracks on the schedule. If you want more information about Hydro Sim, and if you want to join SNHL Division II next year, visit uhlhydroplanes.com for all information on this great game. And thanks again to Scott Przybylski for taking time out of his busy schedule to give us a sim that we all know, love, and extremely cherish. But that's it for us here at the Miami Marine Stadium. My name is Daryl Kinsey Jr., the voice of the Saturday Night Hydroplane League. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time out in Evansville. Enjoy the rest of your evening.